Welcome, friends. You're here at Sherwood Forest Nottingham Castle, and you're going to have the coziest stay of your life. Come this way. We're taking the castle.
Hello, I'm Kristina Zachary, and I know I'm in a different garb than usual. Okay, so usually pretty casual, sometimes professional, depending on the type of video we're doing. But today we're doing something completely different. Y'all know Gabriel and I. Everybody say hi to Gabriel. He's behind the camera. Gabriel and I are San Antonio's Realtor Couple, and we do everything from buying, investing, and helping other people sell their houses in San Antonio. However, we like to show you really cool experiences and unique things to do in and around San Antonio. But we're not in San Antonio today. Oh no, we are at Sherwood Forest Faire, not that far from Austin, and we are going to show you so much today. This place is fantastical and magical, and they have a castle, which we are actually in. We're gonna show you. And they do events, they do parades, they do festivals, and there's camping here. I can't wait to show you guys and have you meet everybody. So let's get started. Stop wasting your time. I am here with Lady Constance, wedding and events coordinator, Lady Madeline, and Queen Joanna. These are fabulous women. I've only got to know them for 30 minutes, but they feel so warm and inviting. So let's kind of get started and talking into what is Sherwood Forest Faire?
Magical.
Magical, okay.
Yes, it's a place to go in with nature and escape from reality.
And what do you guys do throughout the year? Because I know you guys host a lot of events and a lot of cool things. So give us a little tidbit of maybe January through December. What do you guys do throughout the year?
We have weddings and events all year long, and we rent out the 5 rooms all year long. But our fair season, medieval fair, is March and April. Then we have a Celtic music and Highland game festival in September. Grown-up summer camp, which is wonderful. You learn medieval crafts, like leatherwork and ironwork, archery, chivalry, but the adults get to have alcohol at night.
Yeah, I was like, is that what makes it adult?
Yes, and then we have a month-long children's summer camp.
Okay.
From ages 7 to 15, and they also learn all the trades of the medieval time.
And what do you guys also do during the camps, for the children's summer camps? Because I know a lot of people a lot of parents are busy during the summer and they need their children to go to camp. So what do the children do during camp season? So
first, let me tell you, if you sign up on our website, which is Sherwood Forest Faire, Fair with an E at it, .com. There's an early bird special going on right now.
Wow, okay.
Yes, and so the kids immerse themselves in everything that's medieval.
Wow.
They make masks out of leather, or belts out of leather. They make spoons out of iron.
Oh my gosh.
And
I'm an adult woman and I've never made a spoon out of iron, and I'm a little jealous, to be honest.
Well, come to the grown-up summer camp and you too can learn how to do it. To close out their week, on Friday night we have what's called Feast.
Okay.
And all the kids bring their garb, such as what we're wearing. The King Richard the Lionheart shows up, and it's a lovely feast. Plenty of food, and a good time is had by all.
Okay. No, it sounds like a really good time. Another really cool thing that I heard from Lady Madeline is that you make swords.
Yes.
So do you also do classes? Kind of tell us a little bit about that.
So I work for the oldest handmade Texas knife makers, known as Angel Sword, and we have one of the booths that's on the fairgrounds. And actually, when you first walk into the fairground, you go straight forward. You can walk right into our booth. Everything is handmade by us. We used to do knife making classes, but we kind of have a stop on that currently as we're restructuring. It is a lot. We actually hold the world record for tamashigiri, which is the Japanese art of mat cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've held that record for many years, and so we like to kind of show that off, and it's part of the spectacle.
Very cool. Now, you said when you enter into the fair, so Gabriel and I were driving here, and there's a lot of loops and swoops and pools in here. So how big is this land that this whole thing is on?
So the village is 25 acres, but we have a plethora more acres to where we can grow, and also we have camping for patrons that show up.
Yes, I was just about to ask about camping. So Gabriel and I absolutely love camping. We just went on a week-long camping trip, so we were camping for a whole week. So how do we go into camping here, and what should we expect?
The beauty is here you can actually get a season pass and pick up and set up your camp at the very beginning of the week. And you can keep your camp set up all through season. So we have what we call clans, where groups of people get together and they build these amazing structures. There's pirate ships, there's a Viking meat hall almost. It's a very primitive structure, but it's still glorious.
Yeah.
And people set up these clans and they can keep their camping stuff together out there all season long.
I love it. So there's like a little bit of everything for everyone.
Plus,
here.
for the people that are camping, we have showers that they may shower whenever.
Okay, very cool. Well, we're gonna start walking around, kind of showing you everything that this place has to hold, and I am super excited. Let's get started. With Queen Joanna, and she is going to be explaining this tapestry. It's one of the first things I noticed when we first got here, and it has such a beautiful history to it, so I'm gonna let her take it away and explain it.
So this is actually the tapestry of King Richard and all of the territories. This is actually a historical painting of King Richard himself. But this is actually a hand-painted tapestry. It took over a year to actually be completed. And this one actually shows all of the different territories that King Richard held, from Ireland to Wales to England to Aquitaine, Anjou, and Brittany. So it is a beautiful thing to see, and actually how all of this came together during their lifetime.
So we were told that when people come here, like for a stay or a visit, and they come from Europe, they can point out where they're from, and if their town or the place that they're from is not on the tapestry, you guys just added in.
Yes, this is one of the examples. It's the newest one. We did not have this marked. A gentleman from that era came and said, but my homeland is not on there. And so we marked it, and then we put it on there. So anytime someone points out where they live and we don't have it marked, we'll go ahead and mark it. So it's a living thing.
What about the castles? You mentioned something about the castles.
Every little place that there is a castle, we have hand stamped them so everybody can see all of them. And all of these shields represents the territories that King Richard owns.
And I'm going to cut into here because I feel like this will cut into perfectly the flags.
Yes, those are also the flags that represent the territories. As you can see, this shield is across from the flag. So I am in the process of putting up all the shields to correspond. So this whole area will be covered with shields.
That's beautiful. And I want you to tell me the cool fun fact about the chandelier and how it's actually legit hung by rope.
To change the light bulbs, they're really treacherous because, as you can see over here, this rope that is tied off is literally holding up the chandelier.
So it could be like the movies where it's like someone comes in with a sword, and ka-ching, and then it just flash is done on a table and ruins dinner.
And Lady Constance would take a sword and kill them.
I would help.
Fair warning.
Yes, the
Fair
queen would
warning.
also help. A lot of thought has been put in to building the Great Hall to hold wedding receptions and parties and corporate events, retreats.
So I do have one question before we kind of dive into maybe one of the rooms to show
Yeah.
like what it can be to lodge here.
Yeah.
So you started 14 years ago.
Yes.
How did that come about? Like, where did that dream come from? Where, and then what was like the first couple things that you maybe started with?
So, Eric Todd started Sherwood Forest Faire. It was a spark in his eye. George came along, also was interested in building a fair. They just started cutting paths, and people that still are on cast or patrons still come. And they were there from the very beginning, which was probably 18 years ago.
Wow.
Yes. Eric had a vision, and we are now living it. So let us go into the Brittany.
So let us go into the Brittany.
The Brittany. Okay. Each room has their own theme.
Yes.
Each room is decorated differently, and as you can see, we have a glorious tapestry up there. But the main thing of this room is the hand painting of all the cast. King Richard, the Lionheart, and we have Robin Hood. What's amazing, this was done 1192. I would say 80% of the people that are in this picture are still with Sherwood.
Wow.
We're one big happy family.
I love
it. So we book rooms all year long.
Okay. This room also comes with the bathroom. Tell us a little bit about the bathroom.
Everybody loves the bathroom. So if you can follow me here, it's the largest bathroom. It has the own refrigerator and coffee pot, and I keep it well stocked. And then we also have the handicap shower. So that's the Brittany.
I love the Brittany, and I love the deep colors that you have in the rooms. I was just in her office earlier, and it's this gorgeous dark blue color and this kind of royal purple color. Really, really works.
Yeah,
Makes it
so
feel nice and
Lord
comfortable.
Brian loves purple, so he chose this color.
I love it, and it goes great with the colors that are in here.
Yes, and of course Merlin also has mini ice dragons for each of the rooms.
So you get your own ice dragon.
Yes.
Is that included with the price?
Yes.
Okay. So the next thing we're gonna go see is, let us know what's to come next.
Let us look at the bridal room.
Okay, perfect. We are now in the bridal room, and I want you to show me some of the things in here. I changed in here actually. And the first thing I noticed when I walked in here was this gorgeous chandelier. So tell us a little bit about the room, because you guys have weddings.
Yes.
So this is the bridal room.
This is the bridal room, and we tried to think of everything, including the lighting. As you know, it's
Yes.
very well lit. We also have a full-length mirror.
Yeah, I was just checking myself out there. I was like,
Yes.
hey.
And then to get you in the mood, we have the lovely posters. Wardrobe malfunctions happen. So
Because it's wedding day, something's
it's
gotta go
wedding
wrong.
day. So we have things to mend things. If you want to blow dry your hair, curl it, we have that. We also have a steamer in case creases happen.
It happened in a dress.
So yes.
Yes.
And then if you're hot and sweaty from the morning and your wedding is in the afternoon, you can take a shower.
And right here, this little armoire has, you said like
All the linens that you need.
Yes.
And then secluded bathroom with the pretty in the sink.
Yes.
And then plenty of places for the
Yes, or the
guest
mother of the
to-
bride or the mother-in-law gonna sit.
Yeah, can sit. So.
And a fridge.
And a refrigerator.
wardrobes.
Because a lot of people like to have a little drink in the morning before their wedding.
Or right before
And
you're about to go out.
All right.
All right, so what's the next part we're gonna head to?
So I think the next place we should go is to the castle.
Okay, sweet. All right, babe, come on up here. You have to take a look. So tell our viewers what happens in this spot.
So up here is actually where we house 2 different shows. We hold our parade show and our castle theme. And up here is where King Richard or Prince John will decree whatever they're going to decree, and sometimes it ends in a brutal fight between the 2 of them. We've even had things where we've had people sieging the castle and we've poured hot oil off the side of the castle.
So you'll see the cauldron over there.
Our lovely cauldron. So we have our entire audience out there, and we have massive fights sometimes that take place depending upon the year.
And so you guys usually have a big, nice audience out here.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And then the parade is a chance for all the vendors.
Yes.
They have banners that they hold up, advertising.
So like y'all would hold a banner. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have the Fae that roam the land, and they sing the parade. And of course, King Richard and them on horseback, and it's quite a wonderful thing. It's a rather long parade, and it starts here and ends at the 7 Circles, which I'd love to take you all to.
Okay, let's go there now.
This is King Richard's Keep, or our Sherwood Forest Keep.
And it took everyone about a year and a half
About a year and a half to
to
complete
build
all of this.
all of this. Okay, so now that we're not on the barricade and we're down here, there's so much more to look at. I wasn't aware of how much stuff there was. So as we make our way to the wedding chapel, what is off this way towards the wedding chapel?
So this direction we have our trip to Jerusalem, which is one of our pubs. We have
A pub?
one of the pubs.
Hey.
Or the taverns.
Okay.
We have a variety of shops that sell different things and food vendors. We actually have our lovely privies, because everybody needs sometimes to go to the restroom.
That happens here and there.
Yes. And so we have lovely things. We have a stage over here called the Elven Hill Stage, where we have lovely performers come in. We have the Hillhaven Hookah. We have
Children's forest.
our castle that leads us to the Children's Forest, and the Queen's Thrones, where the Queen Mother herself does knightings every day.
Every day.
Every day after the parade, she'll go to her throne and sit there, and she'll knight the children and give them a favor sometimes. And
Lovely.
It's really fun to see.
And what is
It
the
is-
fat fryer? I'm assuming it's food.
It is food of the fried variety, actually.
Turkey legs.
Turkey legs and a variety of things. Dante's has a wood stove, and they do pizzas. We have the Silk Road that does Asian-style cuisines.
But what I'd like to point out is this stage right here had just been rebuilt. So during the off-season,
Okay.
we are constantly improving.
Yeah.
The ground.
It looks like it.
This is twice the size that it used to be.
Okay.
And
I love the green color.
Yes. And then, as you can see, there's a booth back over there. That's where you go out to camping.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you can go from straight to camping to drinking.
Right in.
Drinking to camping.
Yes, definitely. And as you can see, well, it's rather a mess right now because we are building.
Yeah.
There's plenty of places to sit. We normally have statues, the wooden statues there, and there they're not in place right now, of course, because of construction.
Okay.
But there's never a downtime around Sherwood.
It sounds like it. So what kind of drinks do y'all serve here at this pub?
Mead.
Tavern?
Mead. We have mead,
Yes.
and we have hard cider, wines,
Okay.
and also a bee sting. Have you ever had a bee sting?
I've never had a bee
Oh, so it's mead and
Okay.
hard cider mixed together.
It's a personal favorite.
Used to be my personal favorite.
Used to be, so what's your personal favorite now?
Abstaining. I drank too many bee stings. I'm normally too busy.
So 2 quick questions. One about the weddings. You did mention earlier that weddings are all inclusive, like you cover all.
Yes. You can use as little of our services or as much. We're turnkey. We have a baker, we have a florist, we have a caterer, we have horse-drawn carriages, and of course you saw the bridal changing room. And we make magnificent bouquets. I love my florist.
Yeah.
So anything that your heart desires, we can provide.
All right.
Very cool.
And you mentioned seasons. So where, like, if somebody wants to come, what season would you recommend, like, for them to see, like, the place completely buzzing and up and running?
March and April, when
March.
Sherwood is going on. That's when you have all of the people for all of the booths here. You have this cast and all the shows going on. There are weddings going on. Pretty much every
Music.
single day there's music, there are shows and jousting. Everything. This place literally comes to life. And at night, it's really nice because
I was about to ask for it at night.
So at night on the fairgrounds, it just quiets down and becomes this very peaceful place because everybody has moved off.
Transfers over there.
It transfers off to the camping area.
off into the campgrounds, and you can enjoy your party some more in the campgrounds, or you can move off to the quiet camping if you decide you want a more quiet, serene thing. So
Nice.
the beauty is Sherwood is always ever adapting and
Very
will
cool.
literally fulfill what you want it to be.
Lovely. Well, since we were just talking about the chapel, or the weddings, let's head over to the chapel area.
Yes. So one of my favorite parts is also the angels on either side. They're the guardian angels. This is where they get married. And of course, the minister, which we also provide,
Okay.
stands here. If they want communion, they may have communion. And the bride and groom are over here. We also have Widget the owl.
Really?
Yes. It's a ring bearer.
Uh-huh.
And so the groom is standing here. The falconer is down there at the end of the pews.
Okay.
He has a leather glove with some morsels in it. And he holds his hand like this. Widget flies over, lands on his hand, and they have ceremonial rings attached. And he takes it off, and then he goes like that, and Widget flies back to his owner.
Wow.
It's one of my favorite
Vow
parts.
renewal.
We do vow renewals, weddings, we've had every type of service you want.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that you don't only do like religious ceremonies,
No,
but
we have hand fastings. No matter what your beliefs are, we can accommodate.
You'll adjust.
Yes.
Okay.
I have 3 different officiants that all have their own way of doing things, and we customize the ceremony to exactly what the couple wants.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Before we go to Seven Sisters, you told me something really, really cool. A really cool fact about these.
Yes, this chapel.
So what is in every single one of these?
Time capsules.
So there's a time capsule in every single pillar holding up the chapel.
Yes.
And the what's in the time capsules? You told me you put something in there as
Yes. I put a letter and my business card, of course.
Yes.
That's what I do. But a lot of people put tokens in there and letters and everything, and they're sealed safely in all the pillars.
So we have, these are all the tents for Heinefall. It's a fully immersive LARP, so a live action role play, where nothing modern is allowed to be seen. So no blue jeans, no cell phones. You have to be fully immersed in costume and in your character for the entire week.
no cell phones?
No cell phones.
Oh, you would love
nothing modern.
that, wouldn't you?
They're gonna have, I believe, giant battle games going on. They're gonna have food and feast and festival, and there's quests.
So
And I
it's
believe
if
these
you're
are places-
actually in the medieval times.
It's if you're pretty much in there. It's
Okay.
you're,
It's
you build
LARPing.
a character, and you are that person for
Yes.
an entire week. So
And-
if you're
and when does that start?
If you're Joe the blacksmith, you are Joe the blacksmith for a whole week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you can be the lovely fair maiden who, you know, is getting her knight to go win her a token.
Yeah.
You also can stay in the lovely tents that they have put up. That's what all these are for. I believe these are actually places for people to stay. They have several here. You can actually kind of see the green and white ones off in the distance.
There's more over there as
And there's
well.
more off in the far corner. So the beauty is you're going to be fully immersed.
And it starts next week.
It starts next
And
week.
it's every year, correct?
This is our first year having it.
Oh, okay.
So we're really excited
All
to
right.
have them come down.
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay, well let's head over to Seven Sisters, and then we'll kind of maybe do our outro.
So this is Seven Sisters.
Okay.
It's a very sacred place. It has been blessed by the Druids and a natural opening to the sky,
Yeah.
which is beautiful. Now, depending on the time of the day, depends on where you might be standing.
Okay.
So, if the sun is over there, which is earlier in the day, then of course you're going to stand here.
Okay.
So the sun is behind you, and the minister will be there, bride and groom here.
Okay.
The wonderful thing, you can also see the carriage coming up, which the guests love. And then we have the stones that you can sit upon, and of course stand. A lot of people like standing.
And speaking of being blessed, the chapel also is blessed, correct?
Yes, it is. Yes, we take our places very seriously, and it is blessed by a minister, and this blessed by a druid.
Nice.
I'm so in awe of this place. All right, ladies, come on over here. Before we head out, I just have to point out this one thing. I noticed while Gabriel was doing some beauty shots, there's a bunch of timber and brush over there, so I was very curious as to what it is. So you guys can give us a little snippet of it.
Our lovely Fae Court has a troll named Timber, and that is actually Timber's home and his bridge. And some people sometimes will leave trinkets on there for Timber. I like to knock as I walk over to say hello. And occasionally I'll leave pearls for Timber. Timber loves shiny things. And so Timber also takes care of all the plants in the forest right there and helps us keep everything lovely and lush and green.
Okay, so I have one more question before we leave. I'm asking every single one of you individually. So what is, actually it's like a two-part question, but only answer one. So either have a favorite memory at Sherwood, or if you could go back to any year in the medieval times, what year would it be and why?
Oh, that's a tough one.
My favorite moment was probably the first time I got to work with our horses in our Knights of the Grail show. It, for me, was a crowning glory because I had worked for years to work with our horses and to get training, and I got to ride them. And then my ultimate one was Sunday. At the end of that day, they're like, "You're riding the parade," and I'm like, "Yay! I get to ride the parade." I'm like, "Oh, must look serious." Yay! Must look serious. Yay!
I guess my favorite memory is when one of the owners, after I lost my husband, I didn't have a partner, so I didn't have a persona, and he named me Lady Constance. And I feel blessed ever since.
Yeah, so it really transformed you.
Yes.
I love it.
Sherwood is a big, happy family.
Yeah, and what about you?
Mine's a little bit sad, but also happy. We were talking about the memorial trees in last season. Our master smith passed away in December, and we planted his memorial tree, and the amount of people that showed up for his memorial was pretty overwhelming. And just now that he's kind of a part of forever here,
Yeah.
it's a sweet thing to look back on.
Now you're gonna make me cry.
I wasn't even here, and I was like, oh my
We're
god.
all tearing up.
That was a beautiful way to kind of go out. But thank y'all so much for allowing Gabriel and I to come here, show us. I know you didn't show us everything, but you showed us you showed us a lot. And I had I knew about this place, but I've never been, and now I'm just kind of like, wow, I could actually really come here. I didn't know camping was involved, so I learned so much. So thank you guys for allowing us to come here on your off season, or like some downtime at least.
Yes.
There's
camping.
so much here. So we'll have all of y'all's information down below. Is there anything else you want to say about this that maybe you're like, oh, I gotta make sure I say that, or make sure I don't forget? Is there anything else y'all want to sell about Sherwood?
Just that it's a great place to bring the entire family.
Okay, and actually I do have a question. So if somebody wants to become part of the family, like if they want to become part of the cast, how do they go about doing that?
Going to the webpage, and we post there constantly about
Okay.
auditions, about gatherings where we all get together and clean up the forest, and you can go there and get in touch with just about anybody.
For our viewers, each one of you recommends something for them to do when they come here.
Ooh, that is a good one, babe. That's great.
Who wants to
Go see the jousting.
go see the jousting?
Food. I'm all about the food.
Try all the food.
I'll just say get a bee sting. Gotta try a bee sting.
Okay.
All right.
So when
If
we
you
come,
have small children, though, one thing for the small children is either the knighting or the fairy tea party.
the
Is a
girls,
must.
our girls would love the fairy tea
The
party.
fairy tea party, they have a blast.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Well, we're gonna have to come. We're big foodies, so I'll do the big foodies.
You better. I
to
expect to see you next
Find
season.
one of us. We will take you on the the Sherwood World Tour of food.
Okay. Well, I look forward to it. Thank you guys so much again.
You're
and I really,
most
really
welcome.
appreciate it. What do you guys say to like say bye? Is there anything?
Oh yes, you must remember coaching when you see the king.
Sure.
Anon.
Anon. Okay. Well, thanks again. Thank you for watching. Y'all can say bye.
Bye.
We are now at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way through, and if you didn't, you missed a lot of really cool things about Sherwood Forest Faire. So I am now actually, we just got done talking about the timber troll. So I am actually above him. So I'm just trying to make good friends with him and talk nicely and lovely about him. Overall, this place is magical. It seems amazing. Seems like you really get that good-hearted family feeling here. I can do nothing but recommend this place, and Gabriel as well. So if you guys want to come, if you want to join us whenever we do come next season or any other season, please let us know. If you've been here before, comment below. There looks like every year throughout the year they're always improving, they're always adding something new or renovating and remodeling something and building upon that. So
Well, as a summary, there's the stuff to do here is like go shopping for handmade crafts.
yeah, they actually, when I was walking through here, you can actually get henna done here. There's hookah, there's food, there's events, there's parades. You can get a headband done, you can get stuff done to your hair. There's like they said, little events for children. There's knighting, there's tea parties, there's a whole bunch of shows.
There's
music.
workshops,
It's literally-
blacksmith.
It's literally a festival.
Leatherworking.
And
Jewelry.
candlework, jewelry. There's so much to do, and if you love the medieval times, you have to come here and definitely enjoy this place. Thanks guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm in this garb. You gotta subscribe now. You gotta put a thumbs up to this video. Comment below anything you would like to. We always comment back. We love conversations and getting to know people of our channel. And yeah, thank you for watching again. We are also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, any place that you would also like to see. As you can see, we're not just stuck to San Antonio. We go all around Texas. So if you have a place that's in, let's say, El Paso or maybe even Dallas, please let us know. We'd love to cover it for you. Absolutely complimentary, absolutely for free. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna twirl out.